Guadi, Stacy Hondropoulos.
Norwood, a wonderful experience. This is a group of bright, talented, and caring young people, and I've relied on them a lot this year, both as stage crew and librarian. Richard Pistone, Andrew Vida, Devin Clark, Rob Serviglione, Jessica Hunter,
because the class size was so small that it enabled us to really get to know the children in both rooms. They worked together cooperatively all year long on a lot of projects. We were talking while we were waiting upstairs before we came down to graduation, and I asked them what they would like me to mention as probably their most memorable moment in 5th grade. And they came up with a few that I hadn't even thought of. Of course, Boston and Camp Epworth came up time and time again. Most of them had forgotten that we had taken a trip in the fall to the ports, and before that we had had an attorney come in to speak to them. They said, oh yeah, we forgot about that. And what happened was we pulled up in the buses, and they handed us our room keys. The envelope said room 313, but the key inside was for room 213. So 2/3 of the kids went to the second floor with their parents, and put the keys in the door, to try to go into their room, and found that all these rooms were already occupied. And nothing major happened, but a lot of imaginative stories came out of that little incident. And the second thing that they asked me to mention time and time again was sliding in the mud at Camp Epworth. And we won't mention specifically who slid the most, but we all know who that was. Another thing I probably would have not even thought of mentioning, because we do it all the time. When a 5th grader has a birthday, they usually bring in munchkins. If it's in my room, for instance, we all sing happy birthday to that person. We stop. Next thing you know, you hear Mr. Shadell's class singing happy birthday to that person. So they always got double, always. Another thing I would have mentioned anyway was the surprise party that they gave Mr. Shadell and I last Thursday. We were very surprised. They did a tremendous job with a lot of help from a lot of parents and Mr. Cassidy. And as a result, with their certificates, we are giving to them a 5x7 photo that was taken in Plymouth Plantation on our Boston trip as a memento.